I'm Jim Brown. I do 2D mixed media. My work is photography on plaster. I've been practicing a self-employed artist for 30 years. I like to evoke a quiet calmness, the stillness of nature, just quietness. I do have other bodies of work. I have some work that has no printing on it. It's just layers of paint that I carve through and find landscapes. They're all landscapes, although I do flowers and I have done other imagery, but I'm sticking with this for a while. I do layers of color and then I plaster, then I print each photograph into the plaster. The plaster absorbs the process, and then once it's all dry, I go back and chip through and look for the sky or the ground, water sometimes. When I travel, I take pictures of all the lonely trees along the way, and when I get home, I make a journal of my trip, so they're imaginary forests. I've always taken pictures of trees, but when I was a kid, we used to have this car bingo game. My mom, we had lots of boys in my family, we were kind of rowdy, and she had all these bingo cards. We had to look for the white horse or the lonely tree, and so I've been looking for lonely trees since I was a kid. I do layers of color, and then I plaster. Each tree is a separate photo, so I can print them, and I can print and wait and print. The longer I wait, the closer to the surface the image stays, so I can build up some depth that way. Then I go back and chip through and sand down and look for the sky or the water. I use gold leaf on the edge, and it bounces the light and makes like a halo around the piece. I use glazes. I sometimes dust the copper powder into the edge and then oxidize that. Every layer makes it a little bit more unique, so I like to add as many layers as I can. My initial inspiration was a shadow coming through a frosted window, and the frost was thick, so there was a depth to what I was seeing. This actually goes the other direction, but it still has that depth to the image. That was my inspiration. It's just quiet and serene, and maybe opens a window to nature in your home.